My name is Alex, and this is the painful story of how the woman I loved, trusted, and shared my life with chose her sister's wedding over my life, and how that one decision opened my eyes to the truth I never wanted to see. It started months ago when I felt a sharp pain in my lower back, something I ignored at first, thinking it was just exhaustion from work. But within days, the pain became unbearable, spreading across my abdomen like fire, making it impossible to sleep, walk, or even stand upright. One night I collapsed in the bathroom, breathless and shaking, and my wife Emily rushed in with panic on her face. Though even then her first words were about her sister Anna's wedding rehearsals. I whispered that I needed a doctor, and she reluctantly agreed. At the ER, after several hours of tests, the doctor told me I had a large kidney stone blocking my ureter, causing serious swelling, and warned that if I didn't get surgery within 2 weeks, I could face permanent kidney damage. The surgery would cost $12,000, but I wasn't worried because my wife and I had saved $15,000 in our emergency fund over the past 5 years of our marriage. That money was our safety net. I came home relieved, told Emily the plan, but she suddenly froze, avoiding eye contact. Later that night, she sat next to me and quietly said the words that shattered everything. "Alex, I used the money." My heart dropped. I asked her what she meant, hoping it wasn't what I feared. She confessed she had used the entire emergency fund to pay for her sister's wedding venue deposit, because they needed the payment immediately. And she thought it was the right thing to do. I felt like the ground disappeared beneath me. I reminded her that this fund was for health emergencies, for moments exactly like this. But she insisted Anna's wedding was a once-in-a-lifetime event, and my surgery could wait a little. I was in disbelief. Over the next few days my condition worsened, fever, vomiting, chills, and moments where the pain blurred my vision. Meanwhile, Emily spent every day with her sister doing cake tasting, decoration planning, and bridesmaid rehearsals. She told me not to guilt-trip her, and that planning a wedding was already stressful enough. One night while she was out at another rehearsal dinner, my fever climbed above 103. Dizzy and barely conscious, I drove myself to the hospital. The doctor immediately recognized sepsis, a life-threatening infection spreading to my bloodstream due to the delay. They rushed me into emergency surgery. I later learned I lost almost 20% kidney function permanently because the operation didn't happen on time. When Emily arrived at the hospital the next morning, she wasn't worried about my health. She was furious that she had missed her sister's seating arrangement meeting because of my inconvenient timing. I couldn't even respond. I just stared at her, realizing how far gone she was. A week later, the medical bill arrived, $18,000 out of pocket. I was heartbroken, weaker than ever, and financially ruined, but Emily acted like none of this was her responsibility. She said, "It's not my fault you got sick. Don't blame me for life happening." That was the final line for me. From my hospital bed, I first called a divorce attorney, then a lawyer to file a claim against her sister for the $14,000 she took without my consent, since it was a joint savings account. Anna and her family exploded, calling me cruel, heartless, and ungrateful, and accusing me of trying to destroy her wedding. But I reminded them calmly, "Your wedding almost cost me my kidney." The venue froze the wedding contract because of the lawsuit. The wedding was postponed indefinitely, and Emily blamed me for ruining her family's happiness. She moved out soon after, telling everyone I was overreacting about a minor health scare. A minor scare? Those words cut deeper than the surgery itself. Recovery was long and painful, both physically and emotionally, but for the first time in months, I felt clarity. I saw the truth of the person I married, someone who didn't value my life, health, or sacrifices. Someone who saw me as a background character in her family's story. The divorce was finalized, and though the journey cost me money, time, and a piece of my health, it gave me something far more important, from someone who never truly cared. Today I'm rebuilding my life slowly. The doctors say I will live normally with one partially damaged kidney as long as I take care of myself. And now, for the first time in a long time, I finally am taking care of myself. This wasn't just the story of betrayal. It was the story of awakening. Because sometimes God lets your heart break, so your eyes can finally open.